Alright friends, welcome back to another episode. On today's video, what we're going to be talking about and I'm going to be doing is a steering box stabilizer. And specifically, this one is going to be a cheap one that I found on eBay. And as the age-old advice goes, you get what you pay for, which tends to be true for the most part. But what if I told you this was a third of the price of the name brand ones, such as Sinister Diesel, BD, Diesel, Rough Country, those name brand ones that sell these things. So I went ahead. I'm going to be a guinea pig for y'all. This thing was super cheap. Is at like a third of the price of the other ones. And it claims it has a lifetime warranty. And on top of that, the reviews on it through eBay, the people that have already bought it said that the company's super responsive to anytime they've emailed them or contacted them. So that kind of boosted my confidence a little bit in ordering this thing. So yeah, on that note, we'll go ahead and get into the video, start unboxing this thing, and just kind of show you all a little bit, brief install instructions. It's not super in-depth. There's some good videos out there by the name brand, like Sinister Diesel. They're the video I watched prior to doing this because it's super short install. There's not a whole lot to it, just a few bolts and nuts you got to deal with. If anything, you just got to fight seized on equipment if you're doing this on one of these 20-plus-year-old trucks, but it's no big deal if you've got impact wrench or breaker bar. You can get it done, no problem. So yeah, go ahead and sit back and relax, and let's take a look at what we got here. All right, so let's unbox this, and we'll see what our components are looking like. Some instructions with photographs. Oh yeah, this thing's heavy. Looks nice. Let's see what's in here. So we got our bolts, nuts. Yeah, this thing's heavy. Looks good. Yeah, hopefully you can kind of see it's nice thick metal, so I have high hopes. All right, let me open this up, lay it out, and I'll show y'all what all's in here. All right, so this is what all you get. These instructions are nice and detailed. Feel free to pause it if you need to read this. What I like is it even so it lists all the tools you need, and most importantly, torque settings. So anyhow, so you've got your new bolts here, stop nuts, flat washers, lock washers, one big lock washer. This is a nice cool green color. And whenever you're opening this, be careful because this little grease zerk is inside the packaging. So you don't want that to go flying out if you're opening this in a hurry, because you're going to put it in right here. And it even has a nice little cap that you can put on it to keep it clean. Let's go ahead and get under the truck, and we'll start taking the sway bar loose. Alright, so in terms of steering wheel slop, it's not bad. I mean, it's fairly responsive when we're driving at highway speeds. It's got just, a few degrees here and there. So eventually, of course, we're going to have to do a steering box upgrade. But for now, we're going to go ahead and throw this steering box stabilizer in here and see how that works. So this is step one. Go ahead and put either a jack, wood blocks, whatever you want under here to support this sway bar. It's gonna drop free. We're gonna take out 1, 2, 3, 4. These are 15 millimeter bolts. Let's get them out. All right, no problem. I'll be right back. Let me take out this other two. Next up, we're going to be taking this off with this 35 millimeter. Let's see if we can get her with just a ratchet. We need a breaker bar. All right, yeah, let's get that breaker bar out. All right, let's give it. Ooh, this thing's on here. All right, be right back. Okay, so my hand is still kind of healing from an injury, so I'm gonna see if I can cheat and use my Cobalt half-inch. Get this thing out of here. There it is. Ain't no problem for the good old XTR. Okay. There we go. Says we need to keep the lock washer. We're using that. Let me get my wire brush. I'm going to clean up these threads. Sorry, hold on. You can't see that. They're a little rusted. Where is it at? There we go. I'm going to get my wire brush, clean up these threads, clean this up. I'll be right back. All right, per the instructions, we got our sector shaft nut. We're going to reuse the lock washer that came off, and it says apply Loctite. I'm going to use some good old blue 242. That way I don't have to use a blowtorch to get it off with a red. Just my personal preference. Or I'll put a little bit of this up here. A little bit right there like that. Perfect. Okay. Now you're going to want to start this by hand to avoid cross threading. Awesome. Okay, let me show you something real quick. Per the instructions, sector shaft nut, 185 foot-pounds for 2003 through 8 models, 225 for 2009 plus. We got a 04 here. Torque wrench is set. Let's get her torqued down. Sweet. To not have to be fighting with all this under there, what I went ahead and did is put some Loctite on these, put the washers in place. Now we're going to slide the actual bracket into place. So I slid this into place. It's just resting on the sway bar. This would be super easy with 2 people, but using this jack, it is doable with 1. I'm going to go across, put these 2 bolts in there. Then we're going to have to come back over here. This line right here, we're going to probably have to bend a little bit because it's hitting right here. No big deal. We'll get it figured out. But let me go get that side started, and we'll figure this one out here in just a second. We have loosely installed the 4 bolts on the ends. So we're just going to drop these bigger bolts through here per the instructions. Okay, and then I pre-installed this. Okay, so as I mentioned, we had the 4 bolts put on there. This is the next step. I went ahead and put the grease zerk cap on here. You'll put it underneath that. I just used a little adjustable wrench to snug it down. Nothing too crazy. And then you'll drop in these larger 2 bolts through the top up here. And then I'm going to have to move my little tripod and camera setup so I can get up under here. I'll get these put on and show you what it's going to look like. I'll put a light layer of grease inside here to help it slide over this. But yeah, that's going to be it. You're going to put this up here, just kind of hand tighten it for now. Make sure these are backed out fully so you're not fighting those, and that'll be just about it. I'll be right back. Per the instructions, snug this down, but don't tighten it yet. What we're going to do is tighten them in this order. First the mounting bolts, then the bearing bolts, bearing set screw, and then the end link bolts. All right, 45 foot-pounds. Let's get it. These are 16s, not 15s. That one. There's that one. Let's do the other side and I'll bring you right back. There we go. Now let's go back, grab our socket wrench, and we'll get this tightened up. Alrighty, here it is. Got it all installed, got some grease put in it. Everything is torqued to spec on the instruction sheet. So now let's hop in it, see what it feels like. Alright, y'all, we got that steering box stabilizer installed. Now, only thing left to do, of course, we're going to do a road test, see how it improves the old steering. So, basically, what had happened, what got me onto this was I was doing some research on this, watched a few videos about these, and I was actually about to purchase the one from Sinister Diesel, just because, not gonna lie, I like their blue trademarked color, so I was gonna buy that. But I was looking at the price tag and I was like, man, $253, it's kind of steep for what it is. So I was doing some comparison shopping, went on Amazon, saw one by Rough Country for 180, I believe. I was like, oh yeah, that's better. It's, you know, same thing, looks heavy duty, but it's not blue. But it was 180. And I also saw a kit by BD Diesel, $250 to $253 roughly as well. But lo and behold, whenever I was doing my comparison shopping, a recommended purchase popped up by good old eBay, one for $48.50. And now normally I know what you're thinking, because I was thinking the same thing. I was like, that price is too good to be true. And you know, eBay's flooded with some cheap knockoff stuff that isn't worth a dang. But one thing that caught my eye is the product listing specifically said it has a lifetime warranty. Okay, you know, for lifetime warranty, 50 bucks compared to 253, let's give it a shot. Got here within a few days after I ordered it. As you could hopefully tell by the video, when I pulled it out, it's heavy duty. It's thick metal. It's not cheap, flimsy material like I had was kind of concerned about for that price point. I was like, you know, for 50 bucks, give it a try, especially if it's got lifetime warranty. and the reviews for the company are good. People are saying that, you know, it's a responsive company and that product was good, so pulled the trigger on it. What do we got to lose, right? I mean, hey, as long as it doesn't make it worse. All right, so far, just coming up out my neighborhood, I can already tell a difference. So it's nice and stiff. Used to there was just a few degrees of play, but now it's feels much better. Yeah, my steering wheel is just a little, it tends to be a little bit to the left like this. I need to get on there and adjust the drag length just a little bit more, but put these windows up so you hear me better. So far, initial impressions are it's good. I mean, it's definitely not as good as putting a new steering box on. That'll be hopefully a decent way down the future. Hopefully I won't have to do that anytime soon. But this is nice because normally when I'm trying to get just going in a straight line, constantly having to do this number. But now, just the slightest adjustment, and it's pretty responsive. So far, I'm happy with this. I would say for $50, I definitely recommend checking this out if you're in the market for this. All right, y'all. As always, it's gonna do it for now. Thanks for watching, and as always, I will let you know if something goes crazy or if there's something about this I don't like. But so far, initial impressions, I'm happy with it, especially